Good morning, everyone. In this week's Torah portion, Moshe Rabbeinu tells the Jewish people, when you keep the commandments and follow in the ways of God, you will receive abundant blessings, and all these blessings will come upon you. And then he adds one extra word, v'hisich gucha, they will reach you. The question is, if the blessings have come upon you, then obviously they've reached you. Why does the Torah have to say the blessings will come upon you and they will reach you? And the answer is that many times there are blessings that actually come upon us, but they still haven't reached us. Why? Because we haven't acknowledged them. We haven't appreciated them. We haven't been grateful for them. And therefore, it's a two-step process. First, the blessings have to come upon you. But if you don't notice and appreciate the blessings, then they haven't truly reached you. The word appreciation means to be grateful, to be thankful, but also appreciation means to rise in value. And what the Torah is telling us is that the blessings we have become even more valuable when we can acknowledge, appreciate, and be grateful for those blessings in our life. And that's why the opening commandment of this week's Torah portion is Bikurim, where every farmer would bring the first fruit to the temple and say, God, thank you for this bountiful blessing. And the Torah says you bring the first, because by bringing the first fruit, you acknowledge that all my fruit comes from God. And that's why on Rosh Hashanah we start the new year with the first 2 days of going to shul and being grateful to God for our very lives, saying, God, you gave us this life, all the days of my life, all the days of the coming year. And therefore I thank you for the past year, and I beseech you and thank you in advance for another good year that you will, God willing, grant myself and my loved ones and my family. There's a beautiful story about a fellow who was driving his Toyota Camry to work one day, and suddenly a beautiful Lamborghini drives by alongside him. And he thinks to himself, if I only had a Lamborghini, I would be so happy, it would be so wonderful. As he's thinking that, there's a person riding his bicycle along the street, and he sees the guy in the Toyota, and he says, oh, if I only had a comfortable car with air conditioning and leather seats to drive every day, I would be so happy. Unfortunately, I can't afford a car. All I have is this bicycle to get to work. As he's thinking that, there's a person waiting for a bus, and he has to schlep every day with 2 buses to get to work and wait in the heat. And he says, if I could only afford a nice electric bicycle to get to work and not have to sit at this bus stop waiting, I would be so happy. As he's thinking that, there's a fellow walking to work, and he sees the guy with the bus stop, at the bus stop, and he says, if I could only afford a bus pass to get to work and not have to walk every day for miles, I would be so happy. And as he's thinking that, there's a person being pushed down the street with a wheelchair. And he's sitting in his wheelchair, and he says, if I only had legs, I would be the happiest person. I would be so grateful if I could only just walk on my own 2 feet. We all have tremendous blessings in our lives. And that's why every day we acknowledge and thank God for all of them, because then our blessings reach us, are internalized, and they, through our appreciation, they continue to appreciate in value. Have a wonderful day.